super corny to me is these women who had the nerdy guys in their face and played them out like old girl on red carpet. These are the women now who have kids by 5 different dudes and washed up and then wasted their youth on a loser. Okay, and now she looking at Michael B. Jordan like, oh, you're not corny no more, but you're corny to him now.
You know you such a fucking lady, right? She only really rock with a team. She don't really fuck with you, boy.
Hey, ladies and gents, okay, because you never know who's home, all right? My name is Miss Brownstone, and I am your host today on the Miss Brownstone's channel. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple, welcome to She Knows, okay, where I'm joking. We're over here, we know our worth, all right? So without any further ado, I want to get into today's episode because we all know time is of the essence. I don't want to take up too much of your time, honey. So today, I want to talk about Michael B. Jordan. If y'all don't know, you about to find out. He was recently on the red carpet, and a girl that he went to high school with was actually interviewing him on the red carpet, and apparently that girl called him corny back in the day. So we're going to play the clip right now, and we're going to get into some things, shall we?
Got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay? No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. Isn't this the sexiest man? Well, you're not corny anymore. Got Michael.
I'm sorry, but that was definitely funny. He said the corny kid, right? You know why this is so funny to me? Because all I could hear is, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me. That's what I hear Michael B. Jordan like, back then I was corny, now I'm hot, y'all all on me. He remembered that. Either them jokes was good or they hit home for homie. One or the other. But you know, I wanted to talk about this because I feel like, first of all, first thing first, I grew up in Newark, okay? We're from the same place, all right? So I want to say that growing up in Jersey, growing up in North New Jersey, East Orange, New Jersey, being in Irvington, New Jersey, just the north side of Jersey, okay, period. It's a little bit rougher. And what we have experienced, I'm not saying just because of poverty or because it's an urban area, but we have experienced that the hood dudes was the popular dudes. You get what I'm saying? Like, the nerds was corny to us back in the day. And I want to say to us because I had some nerds that was friends. I was always hanging out with, like, the emos and the nerds and foreigners. That was my thing. I ain't gonna lie. But I had some dudes that played football and basketball that I knew and, you know, whatever. I dated a couple football players, but we're not talking Miss Brownstone today. We're talking about the fact that when you grow up in that urban area, we think that the hood dudes are the cool ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, we think that the dudes that's smoking the Black and Milds and the dudes that's, you know, playing dice and selling drugs and all those things there, we thought that was, like, popping back in the day. We thought that was cool. And the guys who was, like, bookworms and who was, you know, nerds or knew what they wanted and was, like, had their head focused, we thought they was corny. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. But, you know, I think we need to start changing that narrative. You know, I'm not saying, I feel like this. I'm not saying like, oh, get a nerd some play because he might grow up and be Michael B. Jordan. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you should treat everybody equally because you just don't know. All right. And you should actually not pick on people because that's corny to me. Being a bully is corny. But we can learn about that is everybody that I knew growing up in high school who was considered the nerds, who was considered corny, who was considered lame, who was considered booty, they up now. Like, they up now, you know, and that's because they took advantage of their youth because their head was strong. They wasn't out here ripping and running the streets and doing dumb junk, you know. So I can honestly say all the girls who were popular with the big booties and got all the dudes and who was wearing all the weave and the makeup and all sorts of things, nothing, no shade to them, you know, but now they all smoked out, you know what I'm saying? Black behind lips, hella kids by different baby daddies, fat as a whale. They look like daggone the hippopotamus from I'm going to hell. They look like the hippopotamus from Madagascar. But the point Yeah, so this narrative is that your now is not your forever. So all the teenagers or young girls that's watching this, just because you may be lame now, trust me, when you get out, you're gonna be popping, okay? And all the people that was popping back in the day, they gonna be played out, okay? They gonna be the new corny, okay? That's what they gonna be. So keep your head in your books, do what you gotta do, and don't pay that no mind. But that wasn't the moral of the story today. That wasn't the point of this episode. The point of this episode is that when are we going to stop thinking that the hood dudes is cool? You know what I'm saying? When are we going to stop liking the bad boys? Why is it that women are attracted to the bad boys and the hood dudes? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that you want a hood nigga? I keep the purse by the pound. No, they ain't rapping all. I want a hood nigga. Y'all remember that song back in the day? No? Okay. Why is it that that's the case? I think that that's the case because it depends on where we grew up in our environment, right? I think that's one, too. I think also the reason why is because sometimes opposites attract, right? So if you was a goody two-shoes girl, you won't always be attracted to the opposite of what you were, right? Like what you are. It's a thrill that comes with hood dudes. It's a thrill that comes with the bad boy. It's a so-called protection that come with them. Perfect clip. Let's play that clip real quick. Hold on.
Like, to be my nigga, you gotta be hood. I only fuck with hood niggas. I don't want nothing that's not hood. You gotta carry a gun. If you don't carry a gun, I don't want you in my space.
Jada, like, he couldn't be like a soccer player, like a $1 billion soccer player. Like, he gotta have that like gangsta greasy to him. But you are like a suburban girl. Like, you're suburban.
I know. I literally am a suburban girl, like private school, Catholic school. But I always was attracted to those.
So you just like a thug thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to play that clip because when they made the comment that she came up in Catholic school and she's a suburban girl, but she always been attracted to a hood dude. What it is the fact that opposites attract. If you've been locked away and you didn't experience that type of lifestyle, when you get out and you start dating, you're excited by that type of lifestyle. To you, that type of lifestyle, it gives you a thrill, and it also means to you that those dudes can protect you. Those dudes can provide security for you. That's just like why, that's just how it is. I don't know why, but that's just how it works, right? And then as you being a girl from the hood, that junk get played out. That's corny because we've seen it so much. It's corny to us. So we look for the nerdy dudes. We look for the dudes that got the ish together, dudes with the button-ups and the suits, because in our mind, that is security. Because we came from an environment of being, what's the word I'm looking for? Of poverty, right? So we see them, I don't want to say as a come up, but we see them as, oh my God, he got knowledge. We know that knowledge has infinite power. We know that knowledge is where you can get your money up from knowledge. Knowledge teaches you everything, right? So we look at it as, oh, he can teach me something. He can school me. He can help me. He got a doctor's. My kids are going to be good. My kids are going to be secure. My kids don't have to experience the type of lifestyle I grew up in, right? So opposites just attract. That's just the main reason why a lot of good girls go for hood dudes. And, what's his name? Wale said it best, okay? And if I can find the clip, I'll put it here somewhere. But Wale said it best in his clip, and I was like, he ain't lying, because it's so true. Like, it really is, What else I wanted to touch on with this is the fact that not only is it because the opposites attract, but I think that also we need to realize that just because somebody knows what they want out of life does not make them corny. You know what's corny to me? And it's a man who has 5 different kids by 5 different baby mothers. That's corny to me. A man who needs a place to stay. That's corny to me. A man who doesn't have a car. That's corny to me. A man who doesn't know who he's going to be at in 5 years. Who don't have a career. That's corny to me. A man that's living paycheck to paycheck. That's corny to me. Those things are corny to me. You get what I'm saying? Not knowing where you're going to be, not having a future, not having no drive. That's corny. I don't think it's anything wrong with you knowing and what you wanted and you took advantage of your youth. What's super corny to me is these women who had the nerdy guys in their face and played them out like old girl on red carpet. These are the women now who have kids by 5 different dudes and washed up and then wasted their youth on a loser Okay, and now she looking at Michael B. Jordan like, oh, you're not corny no more, but you're corny to him now. You know, y'all chase up behind these dusty men and these hood dudes, and you waste your youth on these losers, and then when you get older, you want to come holler at the nerds, but the nerds don't want you. You know, and instead of her just admitting, like, you know what, back then I didn't pay him no mind because back then that's not what I was looking for, or da 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 da. Instead of her just admitting that he was corny because of this, that, or you know, hey, I see what he was doing now, but I was too young to see it back then. You get what I'm saying? Admitting that, she won't admit that. She stood 10 toes down on her decision and went to social media and said that I think that any black man who dates white women is corny. And I'm like, girl, just take your L and quiet. Like, don't be doing all that, because now you're saying that any black man who dates a white woman is corny. And this is my thing. Black women get so mad when they see a black man dating outside their race. And I get why y'all get upset, okay? But we also got to understand that black women was raised, and not all of us, but was raised in environments where we only had our mom. And most of the time, we seen different men coming in our household. Not me, I'm just saying. Most women, right, as black in the black community, we seen dope boys. We looked up to the dudes that was selling the drugs. You know, the dudes with the nice cars that was doing illegal stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. Big Meech and all them. We looked up to that growing up in the area, at least in the area that I was around. You know, growing up in the hood, right? We see some of our fathers in and out of jail, different things like that, right? So we thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? And we thought that seeing our mom carry the load and take care of this man, or seeing our mom figuring it all out on her own, scraping up pennies, is the normal. Oh yeah, she came from struggle, but sometimes we can avoid that kind of struggle, right? We don't have to experience that, right? We thought struggle love is what really love is, right? And that's not what love is. As for these white girls, they grew up probably in a 2-parent household, and their mom instilled in them that their mom didn't say, oh, you don't need a man. Their mom was like, no, go to college, get your ish together, and find you a good, wholesome husband, okay? That's what their mom was putting in. Their mom was teaching them how to cook, even though their food is unseasoned. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all. And doing what they got to do to get a man, right? Their mom instilled in them that a man gives you security. You know, yes, get your degree, but also start a family. You know, their mom instilled in them to put as much work into them getting, them being financially stable, into their love life. You know, put as much work into your education as you put into your love life. Is what their moms instilled in them, and their dads instilled in them. And they also came from seeing their dad be the breadwinner. So that nerdy dude that you playing out, that corny thing that you're, you know, laughing at, the white women grew up thinking that is normal, so they seen that in their father. They seen their father be a provider and a protector, and they seen their father go out and get a job and do whatever they got to do, and you know, or whatever he can be. So they think that is cool. So that's how they end up with these corny, nerdy dudes that y'all pick on. Because white women look at the black man that is together and it's like, oh yeah, he's a good catch. Versus us, we looking at them like, you don't got a gun? You don't tow guns? You don't play dice? Damn, nigga, what you do? You get what I'm saying? It's a different world. It's just two different worlds. So when y'all be sitting there saying that, oh, black men who date black women, or black men who date white women are corny, you gotta really look at yourself in the mirror, because guess what? She's gonna have the lifestyle that you at 35 or 40 gonna finally realize that that's the lifestyle you want. You get what I'm saying? We so busy preaching this whole black woman independence bullcrap when we should be actually understand that we need each other. You know, and there's nothing wrong being able to do for yourself and know how to, because that's what you are supposed to be doing, right? But you should know when to put your hands up, okay, and let somebody come and help you. Black women are the only women that's like, oh, I don't need no help. I could figure it out all by myself. I could struggle. I could do this. I could do that. Black women are the only women who actually scream loud and proud, okay? Y'all don't scream loud and proud that I'm black and I'm proud. Y'all scream loud and proud that I don't need a man. That's what y'all scream loud and proud. And it's corny. And y'all wonder why when you get older and you realize that all these women, white women, have been successful black men, you're like, well, how the hell did she get them? Because she knew that he wasn't corny. She knew that he wasn't corny. While you was too busy thinking that the beat boys was the dope boys. And you know what I mean? Like, that's what you thought was fire. So that's how. We got to really change our mindset. And I'm not saying that, you know, oh, give the corny dude some play. I'm saying give the dude that is showing you that he got something going on some play. That's what I'm saying, okay? That's what I'm saying. Because y'all wait till it's too late. Y'all be waiting till it's too late. Now you want to come holler at Michael B. Jordan to myself. You're not corny no more, girl. Stand on it. Stand on it. And then, a lot of women was all like, oh, he's still mad about that. That proves that he's corny. It's like women nowadays try to find any reason to be mad at black men. Like, y'all try to find any reason to just be upset with men. Like, and it's so funny. And I've been doing podcasting for, going on 4 years now. And I never did visuals. This is my first time doing visuals and uploading clips and reels onto social media. And I actually learned from uploading these clips and reels on the social media that there are a lot of women who hate men. And the women who hate men are black women. And I'm just like, damn. Because you played out the corny guy, or is it because you entertained the wrong ones? Which brings me to another thing that I want to talk about. Stop wasting your youth on losers. I'm going to run this back one more time. Stop wasting your youth on losers, okay? Y'all waste your youth on a guy that you already seen when he was younger, he was in and out of jail. You already seen that he ain't got no father figure. You waste your youth on dudes that you already see got 5 different kids by 5 different women, and now you bound to be the 6th, but you thought you was different. You waste your youth on a dusty man who need a place to stay and a car to drive. Stop wasting your youth on that. You know what I'm saying? Because your youth is your goal when you are a woman. You should be getting yourself together, healing, working on your femininity, working on your self-love, working on your confidence, and going out here in the world and getting the man that you want and not getting the man that comes to you. Life is about taking what you want, not waiting for it to come to you. Stop wasting your youth on losers. I mean, that should be an episode for a whole nother day. But that's really just how I personally feel. But I definitely thought that the Michael B. Jordan clip was really interesting because it's a lot of women like that. And men do it too, okay? Because I have men in high school that played me out. Played me out for the big booty girl who is now looking like a hippopotamus, okay? No shade, just saying. And who is either stripping or out here messed up in the world, or twerking for $4.99 on OnlyFans. You played me out for those women because I wasn't, popular, or I wasn't the certain type of look that y'all was going for back in the day. But now I'm up, and now you in my DMs. Now you in my DMs saying, "Oh my God, no, save it, okay?" Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. But that's real junk. So I get it because it happens to both people, but just be nice to everybody, and understand what really is corny. And what's corny is wasting your life and wasting your youth on a nobody, okay? That's real corny. What's corny now is these hood dudes that ain't got nowhere to go, okay? And nothing going for themselves. You get what I'm saying? And you date these men and you realize that you're going nowhere fast. You're going nowhere fast. Real junk. And I really feel like sometimes you gotta, and I said this before on live and this is on other podcasts, sometimes you have to date dust to treasure a king. So I be wanting women to experience the dust, to experience these hood dudes so they can value when they have a good guy and to value the nerd and really figure out what they want out of life. I'm so here for it. But don't get stuck in that. You feel me? Have your fun. You want to date these hood dudes and do donuts in the middle of the street and, and tote guns or whatever the hell y'all be doing. I don't know. Okay, them days for me is over. Going to the club and popping bottles and all that other stuff. Enjoy it, have your fun, but don't have a baby by them. Don't get stuck in a matrix with these dudes. Don't make him your everything. Make him your fun for now, That's just what it should be. Y'all be letting them tie you up, having babies by bums, and you're wasting your youth on them. And I granted when you're young, you would never know that, oh my God, that corny dude was going to grow up to be Michael B. Jordan. You would never known that. Of course not. You wouldn't have known that, But if you would have been nice to him, and be nice to everybody. But if you'd have been nice to him and not judged him because he wanted to walk around with a headshot, because he knew what he wanted out of life before most did, you could have been at least cool with him. You wouldn't have been an interviewer and him the actor. That's all I'm saying. So what I mean by don't waste your youth on a loser, don't have baby by them. Don't get stuck in this whole I love them thing. Don't get stuck in the matrix with them. Don't take it serious. If you want to have a whole phase with a whole bunch of dusties, then you just have a whole phase, but you don't get involved seriously. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly don't think that. Never mind. I ain't gonna go there. We're gonna wrap this up because I was about to go on a whole other rant about something else that we don't even need to talk about because I do that. And then y'all be looking at the computer like, what the hell did I get myself into? More of the story is, who they are now will not be who they are in the future, okay? And that's just what it is. All the popular dudes that I've seen growing up, now they all washed up, smoked out, in jail, or got hella kids. And that's corny to me, okay? What 50 Cent say, damn, homie, back in high school, you was the man, homie. What the happened to you? That is the truth. And the same thing go for the women. The women that was popular with the big old booties, they had a nice body, and all dudes was flocking trying to talk to them, and this, and that. They smoked out with hella kids, and guess what? Now they trying to go talk to that nerd, and the nerd like, oh no, baby. Oh no, baby. They like, I'm not interested. So be nice to everybody and stop giving these hood dudes play. Stop giving these Dusties men play. Give the man who is working towards his future some play, okay? And I think I did an episode about not falling in love with their potential, falling in love with their reality. And what I meant by that is I'm not dating their potential, their reality, and their reality is what's in front of you, okay? So even though Michael B. Jordan wasn't that actor right then and there, he showed in high school that he was taking that serious. He was in an art school. He had his head, he was carrying his headshots. He was doing all he had to do. He had his eye on the prize at that moment. So he showed you what he wanted. He was putting in that work, okay? Now, that ain't potential. That's different. Potential is when somebody just talking about what they want to do and they ain't putting in the work. And you could say, oh my God, he could be this. I could see him being that, but he ain't even want it. You got to understand the difference and acknowledge the person's drive. Acknowledge the person's ambition. Acknowledge the person's steps. You feel me? If you see the fruits popping out of that dude's pocket as he walk, he is showing the fruits of his labor. Versus the person that's walking and you just see dust coming out their pockets. Don't entertain that. Alright? And this all fell down into stability. And people always gonna say, oh, women are gold diggers and blah, 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 blah. A lot of us are hypergamous by nature. It is what it is. You know. But yeah, a lot of us is hypergamous by nature. And it doesn't mean we look for your money, but it means we look for security, okay? And women want a winner. Don't nobody want no bum. We want a winner, okay? I want to reproduce with the best man I could possibly reproduce with. And that's just what it's gonna be. And if you don't like it, then oh baby, step your ish up. But anyways, I'm closing this out. As always, ladies, keep it clad shit. I look forward to hearing from you guys next time. Mwah.